Good evening, my friends, boys and girls, moms and dads. This is Mrs. Claus coming to you to read you a special story tonight. It's one of my favorite holiday songs. Tonight I'm going to be reading a story to you just especially for Christmas Eve. And I'm so glad that you're here to join me. And hopefully you have your jammies on. Do you have your jammies on? Are you all snug-a-bug? Are you wrapped in a blanket, maybe sitting on your couch? Maybe there's a fire in the fireplace. Well, tonight's story is a very special story, specifically for Christmas Eve. It's called The Night Before Christmas. This story is by Jan Brett, and it's based upon a poem by Clement. It's been around for a very, very long time. Almost as long as Mrs. Claus has been around. Oh my, here we go. Oh, and make sure you might have some hot cocoa with you as well. Let's see. The Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Beautiful pictures. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. Looks very cozy. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. That means that the moon was so bright and glistening off the snow that it was so light outside you could see. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. Beautiful reindeer, they really are beautiful. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before a wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and Saint Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. Beautiful pictures, lots of details, beautiful tree. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke of it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings and then turned with a jerk. And laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. And away they all flew like the down on a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight. Do you know what he says? What does he say? Do you know? If you know it, say it with me. Ready? Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Oh, boys and girls, thank you so much for being with me and staying up. Now, make sure before you go to bed that you have left out your cookies and milk or juice or maybe even just water. You know, Santa does like water. And make sure you've left a few cookies for him. Just a little secret. There isn't a cookie that Santa has met that he doesn't like. He loves them all. And make sure that you also leave some treats for the reindeer. They really appreciate that. It helps keep them going. They need lots of energy to fly around the world all night. They like carrots and celery. And did you know they actually like broccoli as well? They do. And if you have some special reindeer food, you may leave that out as well. So boys and girls, thank you so much. Now, make sure you leave those things, and then it's time to go to bed, right? Because Santa is probably on his way. He already left the North Pole a long time ago, so I bet he's almost there. So you better hop in bed, all right? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Merry Christmas.